What is going on, guys? Anger collections in the house for another video. All right, so we're gonna have a nice conversation today with this viewer question. Well, it's because it's really tough nowadays, and everything's super expensive. Mortgage, rent, food, transportation, everything, and people are just like looking into like avenues to like either doing second job, and garage sales, selling stuff, and basically, how to start, where to start, um, selling online, Facebook, eBay, TCG Player, the how to, what should I do, what to expect, things like that. Well, I can say for TCG Player and Facebook, I have zero experience on eBay, but I'm pretty sure it's almost like the same as TCG Player because I mean the only difference between eBay and TCG Player is really it has the TCG Player is more focused on TCGs, and eBay is like you can sell just about anything on eBay. But I've had experience with Facebook in the beginning, and that's where I started. And I moved to TCG Player. So if you are starting, if you are thinking, it doesn't have to be like full time. You can just like sell a couple cards here and there, and that's fine. And if you want to move up, level one to like level four to get that full access, and you get the shipping, you can change it anytime. If you want to do that, that's fine as well. But there's no perfect advice, but it's really up to you. I think I can say definitely you should have you have to have patience in this business. You can't like just like you want it now, like expect the everything just like great, like you know rainbows and butterfly. Right now it's different, but it's actually a great side hustle. If you want to just like sell some of your collection, you can sell it through Facebook or TCG Player. um, I think if you want to do it just a part-time, you're not really that serious, I think uh, I would go Facebook. I would go Facebook. I would go to like different local Facebook groups, and I would start from there. You can sell some of your uh, collections. Typically, when you sell on Facebook, it's typically. If you want to be competitive, it's like 10% below TCG low. And they get to pay the shipping, uh, and that's like the absolute best if you want to sell online. From there, you just try to build your reputation as far as like your reference, um, and if you want a higher percentage of your collection, like let's just say 80 90%, sell it in person, like go to like F&Ms, go to like pre-releases. You can get sell it in person. You can get the most money. And I think my advice in TCG Player, if you want to move up, you gotta, because I think you can start TCG Player, and just because my advice, and if you were just going to do part time TCG Player, I would think like go from just selling like the big stuff. Because if you can't move up to like level four, which I highly recommend if you want to do it like a long time, I think just because the fees, the shipping, and not to mention if you're selling a 20, 30, $50, and customer will just like, oh, I didn't receive it. It'll hit you like pretty good, like um you get some of those customers, man. But the majority, it's everything's like all good to go. But you sometimes you get those customers that they don't get the email. They don't get their cards. Oh, the condition is bad. So you got to expect those. That's why I said, this in this business, patience is number one. Everything takes time. Uh, it's just a labor of love, and you gotta you gotta put time in it. That's the thing. You gotta experience all the bad and the good and all that stuff, man. But my advice would, in my experience, right? Because when I started, I already have a goal. My goal is to really just go in this quick and go from like level one to level four, and then just go ham on just selling a bunch of completed sales. So on my first year, I did 10,000 completed sales, and on my second year, I did 25,000 completed sales. And I don't know, it's probably gonna be like crazy if I hit 50,000 completed sales on my third year. I mean, it's kind of looking like that because my average on like daily orders is like, I mean, a 50 plus 60, 70 a day. Yeah, every single day, man. And it varies. Sometimes it's like on the weekends, like 100, 120. Just, just crazy, man. But that comes along with, because my thought process, like I said, I already have a goal in mind. Going in this, having the experience on selling on Facebook and moving into TCG player full time. I already had a goal, man. My goal was to blast and just increase my completed sales, make sure that my rating is high enough to where like the customer confidence of, like, if you see a single, you're buying a common, uncommon, rare, mythic, anything. When they see that the card, either you're like the lowest or the middle price, um, they will see like, okay, so this guy sold like this amount of completed sales, good rating. Yeah, I mean, it's consumer confidence, and that was my goal. And I think most should have the same goal, because like you're an online presence. I mean, it's really tough out there. The competition is really high, and I mean, if it's that easy, everyone will be doing it, right? So you got to be different. You got to have like a certain um, goal in mind, going into this business. And for me, I added YouTube so that I have like even more presence online. Like social media, to where, like, if I open a box, you guys will see it, and that I freaking own the cards. You see the quality. All the singles will be available online. Because when I did Facebook, that's basically what I did. Like, I was like doing live stream on Facebook, and then opening it, and then people were like, "Oh, hold that cards for me. I will buy it. As soon as like it's crazy how back then it was all just live stream and then selling singles from there. That's why I built up my references, and most of those customers moved to like my TCG player sales, man. And that was my approach. So if you're going into this business, I think my number one advice would be patience. Everything takes time, and if you put all your hard work, eventually it will pay off, man. It will definitely pay off. And if you want to join if you want to start your cardboard, card slinging, selling, like in this platform, TCG Play or Facebook, uh, I, and if you want to just start it as like a side hustle, it is fine as well, but my advice would be, I would say, just sell the stuff that are like really hot. Every almost all commander singles is like hot right now, and only sell, in my opinion, those expensive cards. Like 10, 20, $30 cards. Because I mean, you can't really sell commons and uncommons unless they're like worth $5, $10 at least, right? Um, because it's a perfect side hustle if you have time to like take a picture, like do the right thing, put your name and like the date. uh, it's a perfect side hustle. Like you can definitely make some money selling some of your collectibles, or even any not just like cards, man. It's a perfect side hustle. And if you want to move to like, you know make it like an official business, yeah, you can do that too. You can be serious and sell on eBay on or TCG player. Because like I said, man, this question, a lot of people are asking, like, hey, how do I start? What to expect? Things like that. Because man, it's stuff out there, man. So uh, overall, what I would say is, obviously number one is patience. Everything takes time. Expect the worst, obviously, with all those customers. And where do I start? I would say start small. Go Facebook. Just experience the selling thing. Like PayPal, the shipping. Packing, talking to people, uh, how to pack. All that stuff. You start small. Like small volume. Like let's say five orders, 10 orders even. If you start on Facebook, just have the experience, receiving payments, talking to people, conversation, talking pricing, things like that, looking at the market, all of that stuff. Just start small. And if you have that much experience on like all of those, you can move up if you wanted to. Uh, I mean, you can even just move up on same platform, Facebook, but just sell more cards. And if you want to be really serious about it, go TCG player, start the ladder, level 1 to 4, and then just go ham, man. Just go freaking ham on completed sales, build your rating, have a customer base. You can even add, same thing, YouTube channel. It helps promote your business. I mean, it's extra income too. I mean, it's not like huge, unless you go big, right? Like, like I said, it's all like, it depends on like what your goal in mind in the beginning. And I think as far as I don't want to get into like where to get inventory. I mean, you can start your inventory in like your personal collection, man. I mean, hence, Anger Collections. I started all my inventory from my collection and just go from there. And I think if you want the best advice on like where to get the best profit, best everything, I mean, it's really, you're not gonna get it by opening boxes, by opening all of these like sealed product. I mean, the reason why that's kind of like a play when doing this business, it's because you get the inventory. That's the main purpose of like opening boxes, opening commander decks, is to get the inventory, because when you get those cards, like the new cards, new singles, it helps your inventory. It helps sells the cards in your inventory, because customers buys in bundle. They will look for those singles. But obviously the best profit, the best, where to get the, it's plain simple. It's like buying collections, man. Where to get, collections, I highly suggest, you start small again, like start locally, and just have an aim, that you're buying collections, and go from there. I think buying collections is definitely your number one, best profit, best everything. And yeah, I mean, that's really that, man. So to all the people that's like asking, like, how to start, where to start, I think this probably is the video for you. Because man, it's stuff out there, man. People want to do some side hustling, just have some like some extra income, just coming in. But yeah, so I don't know, hope this helps. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing, hit that bell, notifications so you don't miss any video. And with that, anger out, boys. Peace.